Hey folks, I'm in my secret bunker hiding out from the alien invasion and the UFO phenomenon. Now, I just wanted to say I'm not ready with this topic. We're putting out another edition of something else coming out, but I just wanted to update you with these latest, I guess the military were taking down objects out of the sky, one the size of a small vehicle or truck, and the other one little smaller than the balloon, the Chinese balloon. And it seems that there's a couple more cases that they're chasing after, like Foo Fighters, and my thing is that while we stay on the rational side, and I report some of this, like the alien invasion hysteria, because if you remember, the Pope mentioned something about baptizing aliens, and the government released some of the Project Blue Book information, and it just seems that there was a leaning in the conspiracy world for a possible alien invasion, and then you have the rapture theory where that's going to explain the rapture, which I don't have that theory necessarily the same way as some Christians do, but I tend to kind of leave it in the back pocket and report it, but not make it an absolute agenda that is going to happen, because I wasn't sure. But ironically, it seems that they're pushing a little bit for this, especially after the government had even reported openly, admittingly, that these are unidentified aircrafts. They didn't quite say UFOs, but that's what they're alluding to because they're unidentified. However, they had to go out of their way to say we don't think they're extraterrestrials. Now, why would they even make that an option? I don't know. I mean, is this something that they're setting up? Did the Chinese balloon start to open the doors of our minds consciously to, taking out aerial objects, and then now they can open up the agenda for this? I mean, is this a false flag? See, we don't know these things until they happen, but we want to be alert to them, so that's why I'm putting out this short edition, just to make you aware that I am aware of this, and I am taking it a little more seriously. Not that there's a UFO invasion, but of a possible setup of an agenda that it seems like has a little bit more credibility now, that even the government is sounding like they're taking something seriously. But we know that there's always agendas behind it. There's always, even the thing with China. How do we not know that it was a balloon that was maybe partly Chinese, maybe it was American, and they blamed it on the Chinese. The Chinese went for it and said, yeah, it's ours, because they're all, at the top. These players sit at the same table. The Illuminati are just as much Chinese as they are American and European and everything else. So these leaders will allow the fractions underneath them because it helps them control. You can't have everybody in the masses coming after them, so they have to divide us into categories so they can appease us in each of our different worlds. Liberalism, conservatism, truther. Even the truther movement's been quartered out in order to keep them at bay too. Controlled opposition. It happens in the truther world. They're feeding us this junk that we run on just to keep us distracted in a different direction. And they appease us with information that we take to the public, and the public don't want to hear it, so they count us off as lunatics, and therefore it keeps us divided from them, and they can keep feeding the sleep masses all this garbage. So these are things that are going on. We're going to be addressing coming up. And stay tuned. JimDukePerspective.com is my website. And we'll see you soon.